Wolf began to feel that he would like a decent meal. He went and knocked on Grandma's door. When Grandma opened it, she saw the sharp white teeth, the horrid grin, and Wolfie said,
"May I come in?" Poor Grandma was terrified.
"He's going to eat me up!"
she cried. And she was absolutely right. He ate her up in one big bite.
But Grandma was small and tough, and Wolfie wailed,
"That's not enough! I haven't yet begun to feel that I've had a decent meal!"
He ran around the kitchen yelling,
"I've got to have a second helping!"
and added with a frightful leer,
"I'm therefore going to wait right here till little Miss Riding Hood comes home from walking in the wood."
He quickly put on Grandma's clothes. Of course he hadn't eaten those. He dressed himself in coat and hat. He put on shoes, and after that he even brushed and curled his hair. Then sat himself in Grandma's chair. In came the little girl in red. She stopped. She stared, and then she said, "Oi, Grandma! What great big ears you have!"
"All the better to hear you with,"
the wolf replied. "But, Grandma, what great big eyes you have!"
"All the better to see you with,"
the wolf replied. He sat there watching her and smiled. He thought,
"I'm going to eat this child. Compared with her old grandma, she's going to taste like caviar."
"But, Grandma, what a great big furry coat you have on."
"That's wrong!"
cried Wolf.
"Have you forgot to tell me what big teeth I've got?" "Ah, well, no matter what you say, I'm going to eat you anyway."
The small girl smiles, one eyelid flickers. She whips a pistol from her knickers. She aims it at the creature's head, and bang, 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 she shoots him dead.
A few weeks later in the wood, I came across Miss Riding Hood. But what a change! No cloak of red, no silly hood upon her head. She said, "Hello!"
And do please note my lovely, furry wolfskin coat.
There was one other thing, apart from games, that gave me great pleasure at this school, and that was photography. I was the only boy that practiced it seriously, and it was not quite such a simple business 50 years ago as it is today. I made myself small dark room in the corner of the music building where I loaded my glass plates, I developed my negatives, and enlarged them. Our arts master was a shy, retiring man called Arthur Norris, who kept himself well apart from the rest of the staff. He invited me to his house on Sunday afternoons, where he made me tea and cakes, and we would talk about artists like Cesne, Monet, and Matisse. In my final year, he enlarged my pictures and made an exhibition for the entire of the school to see. He gave up the whole of the art school just for this one project. And masters who hadn't talked to me over the past 4 years came up and said, "It's quite extraordinary, isn't it? I never knew we had an artist in our midst. Are they for sale?" I have to say it was rather a success. And believe that it was there, speaking the soft spoken, gentle Mr. Norris, eating tea and cakes on Sunday afternoons in his flat. For my love of painters and their work began.
The animal I really dig above all others is the pig. Pigs are clever. Pigs are noble. Pigs are clever. Pigs are courteous. However, now and then, to break this rule, one meets a pig who is a fool. Quite a fool. What, for example, would you say if strolling through the woods one day, right there in front of you, you saw a pig who'd built his house of straw? The wolf who saw it licked his lips and said, "That pig has had his chips." Little pig, let me come in. Not by the hairs on my chinny. Then I'll hop. And I'll pop. And I'll blow your house in. The little pig began to pray, but Wolfie blew his house away. He shouted, "Bacon, pork, and ham! Oh, what a lucky wolf I am!" And though he ate the pig quite fast, he carefully kept the tail till last. Wolf wandered on, a trifle bloated. Surprise, surprise, soon he noted another little house for pigs, and this one had been built of twigs. Little pig, let me come in.
No, not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll hop. And I'll pop. And I'll blow your house in. Wolf said,
Let's get ready to rumble!
"Here we go." Then he began to blow and blow. The little pig began to squeal. He cried, "Oh, Wolf, you've already had one meal. Can't we talk and make a deal?" The wolf replied, "Not on your belly!" And soon the pig was in his belly. "Two juicy little pigs!" Wolf cried, "But still, I'm not satisfied. I know full well, me damage, bulging. But oh, how I adore indulging." So, creeping quietly at his seat, Wolf approached another house. A house which also had inside a little piggy. A little piggy trying to hide. But this one, piggy number 3, was bright and brainy as could be. No straw for him, no twigs or sticks. This one had built his house of bricks. "You'll not get me," the wolf replied. "I'll blow you down. You'll need," Pig said, "a lot of puff, and I don't think you've got enough." Wolf puffed and huffed, and blew, but the house stayed up as good as new. If I can't blow you down, I'll have to blow you out. Instead, I'll come back in the dead of night and blow you up with dynamite.
You brute! I might have known.
Then, picking up the telephone, he dialed as quickly as he could the number of Little Red Riding Hood. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? Who's speaking?
I need your help, Miss Hood. Oh, help me please. Do you think you could?
I'll try, of course. What's on your mind?
A wolf!
Pig cried.
I know you've dealt with wolves before, and now I've got one knocking at my door.
My darling pig. Oh, my sweet. There's really something up my street. Just began. Don't be shy. I'm here for you.
A short while later, through the woods came striding brave Miss Riding Hood. The wolf stood there, his eyes ablaze, and yelped like manatees. His teeth were sharp, his gums were raw, and spit was dripping from his jaw. Once more the maiden's eye flickers. She draws a pistol from her knickers and kills him with a single shot. Very painful single shot.
True.
Pig peeping through the window stood and yelled, "Well done, Miss Riding Hood." Bang! Ah, piglets, you must never trust young ladies from the upper crust. For now Miss Hood, one note, not only has 2 wolfskin coats, but when she goes from place to place, she always has a pigskin travelling case.
Look, I love seeing molehills because they tell me that just below the surface, some charming and harmless little fellow is living his own private busy life, scurrying up and down the tunnels, hunting for food. Do you know anything about moles? They're remarkable animals. They're shy and they're gentle and their fur coats are softer than velvet. They're so shy that you'll seldom see one on the surface. Each mole has his or her own private network of tunnels which are no more than 5 or 6 inches below the surface. And the front paws of the little creature are shaped like huge spades to make digging easy. A mole can dig about 3 feet of tunnel in an hour, and he usually owns about 100 yards of his own private tunnelling, which no other moles go into. All moles prefer to live solitary lives, each one trotting up and down his own network of tunnels, each and every day, searching for food. His food consists of worms, leather jackets, centipedes and beetle grubs. And the fantastic thing is that he actually has to consume 1/2 of his own body weight each and every day in order to stay alive. Just imagine how much food you'd have to consume to eat half your own body weight. That's 50 hamburgers, 100 loaves of bread, a bucket full of Mars bars, and the rest of it. And the rest of it each and every day. It makes one quite ill to think about it. The mole is not a very attentive husband. When mating time arrives, he simply burrows into the tunnel of a neighbouring female, and after he is mated with her, he simply returns to his own territory, leaving her to give birth and rear the babies on her own. Mind you, we all know a few human males who behave in more or less the same way, but let's not get into that. Being a gardener myself, I've always regarded the mole as a friend, because he eats all the horrid pests that destroy our flowers and our vegetables. But some country people waged savage war against these moles, and they killed them in all sorts of cruel ways, using poison or traps or even poisonous gas. But I will tell you a very simple way of persuading any mole to leave your garden. Moles cannot stand noise of any sort. It makes them even more nervous than they already are. So, when I see a molehill in the garden, I simply grab an empty wine bottle, plenty of those around our house, and I stick it in the ground close to the molehill, leaving only the neck of the bottle sticking up. Now, when a breeze blows across the top of the bottle, it makes a soft humming sound. This goes on almost all day and all night because there's always some sort of breeze blowing. The constant noise just above his tunnel drives the mole half crazy, and he soon packs his things and leaves. This is not a joke. It really works. I have done it often.
Just to make the children happy. Mind you, they got the first one right. The bit when, dead of night, the ugly sister Juno, fight for the palace ball, poor darling little Cinderella, was locked up in his fine cellar, where Waxy wanted things to eat, started nipples after her feet. She bellowed, "Help!" and "Let me out!" Magic Fairy heard her shout, peering in a blaze of light. She said, "My dear, are you all right?" "All fine," she cried. "Can't you see how first what else can be?" She beat her fist against the wall and shouted, "Get me to the wall! There's a disco at the palace, all the rest have gone and I'm jealous. I want a dress, I want a coat, I want earrings and a diamond brooch, silver slippers, 2 of those, and lovely nail and pantyhose." "They look like I guarantee the hand prick will fall for me." The fairy said, "Hang on a tick." She gave one a mighty flip. And quickly, at no time at all, Sid was at the palace ball. It made the ugly sisters wince to see her dancing with the prince. She held him very tight and pressed herself against the manly chest. The prince himself was trying to pull. All he could do was gasp and go. Then midnight struck, she shouted, "Hey, I've got to run to save my neck." The prince cried, "No, alas, alas." He grabbed her dress to hold her back. Cindy shouted, "Let me go." The dress ripped from head to toe. She ran out in her underwear, but lost one slipper on the stair. The prince was on it like a dart and pressed it to his powdered hat. "The girl this slipper fits," he cried. "Tomorrow morn shall be my bride." I'll visit every house in town until I track the maid down. The rather carelessly, I fear, he placed it on a cradle there. I want the ugly sisters, whose face lushed with blisters, grabbed the dainty and quickly lushed it all away. Then in its place you calmly put the slipper on her own left foot. Aha! You see, the plot grows thicker, and Cindy's look starts getting sicker. The next day, the prince went charging down to knock on all the doors in town. In every house attention grew who was the owner of the shoe. The shoe was very long and wide, and all the shoe got lost inside. Also smiled the wee bit icky, the owner's shoe were hot sticky. Felt and sticky, but all was clear, and asked the shoe sisters.
One tried it on. The prince screamed, "No!" But she screamed,
"Yes, it fits! Whoopee! Now you've got to marry me!" The prince went right from ear to ear and shouted,
"Let's get out of here!"
"Oh no, you don't! You've made a vow. There's no way that
she's prettier without her head.
Then up came sister number 2, he yelled. Now I will try on the shoe.
Try this instead.
The prince roared back, and with one big whack, the head went rolling to the ground. It bounced a bit and rolled around.
In the kitchen peeling spuds, Cinderella heard the thuds.
Off bouncing heads upon the floor, and poked her own head round the door.
What's all that racket?
Cindy cried.
Magnum Biz!
The prince replied. Poor Cindy's heart was torn to shreds.
How could I marry anyone who does that sort of thing for fun? Who is this dirty mutt? Off with her nut! Off with her nut!
Just then, all in a blaze of light, the magic fairy posed in sight. Her magic wand went swoosh and swish.
Cindy,
She cried.
come and make a wish with anything and have no doubt that I'll make it come about.
Cindy answered,
Oh, kind fairy. This time I shall be more worthy. No more princes, no more money. I have had my taste of honey. I'm wishing for a decent man. They're hard to find. Do you think you can?
Within a minute, Cinderella was married to a young fellow, a simple jam-making factory who sold her homemade marmalade. Their house was filled with smiles and laughter, and they lived.